Yes, people, welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal FC fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Huge game tonight. We are away at Hull City. A win puts us right back in playoff contention. And I'm so Sky Blues can get the job done. Come on, Frank Lampard, and come on, you Coventry. Let's go.
Wow. I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Listen, while you're watching Championship football, I've got Serie A on because that's what I like to watch on a Monday night. It is Napoli versus Empoli, and it's a spicy game at the moment. Spicy game.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we move.
Scenes of glorious emotion. We're joined by AD as well, a Liverpool fan.
Mo Salah, running down the wing, Salah, the Egyptian king. Mo Salah, come on, man.
They got singing 400, going down the drain. That's all they've done.
That's a brilliant reply. Through them. Big up to everybody that's locked in, locked on. We are back. Yes, back like the yak. Before we get things started, I want to know what was your surprise or highlight of the week. I got a good one at San Siro. Not San Siro, at the Stadio Olimpico. Did anybody see the Rome derby?
No, I caught it. I caught glimpses of it. Yeah,
the tifo display. And there's been a goal at Bournemouth. By the way, we're live at the Vitality Stadium, and it's
just kicked off.
It's been by that man, Semenyo. He's got the ball rolling.
Oh my boy!
Inside 1 minute. I only know this through the Fantasy League app because it just pinged on my phone. I was like, oh right, okay. Bournemouth have taken the lead.
Oh, so nobody's watching the game live. Anyway.
He's scoring in the first minute.
Within the first minute, literally. But yeah, no, the tifo display that was in the Stadio Olimpico was sensational. Lazio put up, basically it was a whole stadium-wide filled thing whereby they had like the Colosseum, they got all different parts of Rome, sky blue, all this kind of thing. And then the Roma section had like a massive Roma banner. It was absolutely phenomenal scenes, Jeff. That was my highlight of the week / surprise. Oh, and Piastri, come on, Oscar Piastri winning the Bahrain Grand Prix. Robinho, your team is in the mud. Your team, you see Oscar and your team is in the mud, mate.
Who's my team?
It's only been 3 races.
Mud team.
Yeah,
you say that. You've had 4 races, you've not been on the podium once. Shocking.
Yeah,
Here's my thing about Formula One, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
If you start on pole and you win the race, like,
you see, you're one of them, man.
Are we really like what are we doing here?
You see, if you're Real Madrid and you've got Cristiano Ronaldo and you've got Benzema and you've got Bale and you win the Champions League, it's a little bit. Get out of here, bruv.
No, because there's no head start in the Champions League. You don't start.
There's no head start in the F1.
Exactly.
There's no head start in the F1.
It's on merit, mate. Yeah,
true. Are you right? You're right.
I won't tell you what the highlight because there's not much to highlight last week, but I will tell you a highlight that's coming this week. Do you know why, Peter? Because it's WrestleMania, mother.
WrestleMania.
Oh, I saw the lineup for there's wrestling every day this week, people. Wow. Every day without fail, and that's just WWE alone.
How is there wrestling every day? What's the wrestling on Tuesday?
So NXT. You got so you got NXT. Wednesday you got Evolve. I suppose Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah. Wednesday you got the Evolve lot doing their new thing, and you got AEW as well. But then Thursday, Hall of Fame. Friday, SmackDown. Saturday, WrestleMania 91.
Got that wrong. Hall of Fame is the same night as SmackDown.
I said it's Thursday.
Nah, Hall of Fame is Friday. Hall of Fame is
Friday. I don't know now. No, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. It's definitely
Friday. Is in the WWE Hall of Fame this year?
The game Triple H.
The game Triple H.
Well, he's inducted himself.
No. The company inducted him. He had no idea. Lex Luger.
The company. Get the hell out of here.
Did you not hear? Did you not hear the Undertaker come and surprise him?
Listen,
He was supposed to be the headline of this year.
Michelle McCool.
Batista. Yeah, Michelle McCool.
Yeah.
And Lex Luger.
I'm happy for Lex Luger because that man nearly died. So there we go. I'm happy that he's able to be out and about.
Wow. Can you believe it?
And then it's WrestleMania. And then we're staying up until God knows what time.
Yeah, man. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for WrestleMania. It's going to be great.
Oh my gosh. And there's a goal. And Napoli, who finished that? Great finish. Is that? That's not Scott McTominay. No, it's not. Is it? It is. Fair enough. Scott.
Right. Oscar, let's get into the comment section. Let's see what the people are saying.
Let's go for it. We've only got Nat in the comments so far. Yeah, people that are watching, drop a comment. We want to hear from you. So shout. Nat says, hop out the 4-door truck, got man doing up crazy taxi. That sounds like lyrics to a song, but I may have said that in the wrong way.
Is that,
I don't know.
2017 6-7?
When I heard hop out the 4-door, I was thinking of Big Shaq. That's the first thing I was thinking of. It was 1, 2, 3.
They're saying he's washed these days, you know.
Say, oh really?
Because he
tried to do the water thing.
Yeah,
but in like the Big Shaq style. And I was like,
yeah, he had a howler, man.
He tried to do the water thing.
So you know that guy that does the morning routine, where he just puts his face in water and he does bare mad stuff.
Right.
Yeah, basically, Big Shaq done one that was like, this is the Roadman edition. And he did it like 3 days after the trend kind of died. So people were like, you're trying to bring it back. And then it was like, people are kind of done with the whole Roadman humor. Like, it's not really funny anymore. But he was still trying to relive off his old, what made him pop in. So, yeah, people, it didn't get received well. It wasn't really funny and it felt kind of forced.
Do you know what it is? Roadmen now are wastemen, aren't they? Whereas before they were lauded up.
Yeah, but
I think that's what it is.
That's because you turn it into a comedy. That's what happens.
Isn't that just like when you grow up?
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it's not funny if it's not. Yeah, people don't find it cool no more. Or our age anyway.
Yeah.
And also they're not believable.
Yeah.
I think that's
they're not believable to you because you're older. I think for a 13-year-old, if they see a roadman who's like 16, it's believable to them.
Fair enough. Okay. Anything else? Oscar in the comments? What's
yeah. There's still more. We got a few comments and a question of the day. Baraka says, "Big up to the best podcast to air on a Monday afternoon. When you look up the WrestleMania lineup, unimpressed with all the talent they employ. Triple H on Fraud Watch. No Street Profits. No Carmelo Hayes. Is Triple H on Fraud Watch, guys?
No." He's not. I will admit he's not had as good year as last year so far.
The thing is, Robin,
but he's not on Fraud Watch. Not for me,
Robin. Lest we forget, WrestleMania last year was saved. Let's have it right. It was saved.
No,
that whole like Taker Rock thing that took place.
Yeah,
the Cody Rhodes match was like epic, but that saved WrestleMania last year.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. WrestleMania 40 was a fantastic pay-per-view.
And do you know why, Peter? You're uneducated. Because I remember on the podcast, Peter was out of the loop. He wasn't even following the build-up. We were telling him to go watch it. The build-up to WrestleMania last year was one of the best build-ups.
We're not talking about the build. I'm not talking about the build. I'm talking about the event. I'm talking about
the
event
show.
Was
sick as well.
WrestleMania was sick. What are you talking about?
I watched the show, but what saved it was the end. Because remember, there was a lot...
the end made it great, but you're saying saved it like it wasn't going to be great.
You wouldn't remember. You wouldn't have remembered it going long term. You wouldn't have remembered WrestleMania 40 without the end.
I think Cody Rhodes beaten, like winning over the Bloodline. Like, you got to remember, Roman Reigns had that title for 4 years. Like, Cody Rhodes winning would have been huge regardless. I think
of course it would have.
I think last year, the build for WrestleMania last year was one of the best I've ever seen in terms of hype and anticipation for a match.
But there was a lot of pivoting though, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a lot of twists and turns.
There was a lot of twists and turns.
It wasn't all mapped out like, in December they knew what they were going to do.
Yeah.
But it's still, I think that the unpredictability gave us bare excitement. I feel like this year, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of down. Like it's kind of down.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not as high as it should be. But this is not a wrestling podcast. We always take the questions, so keep them coming. But I'm going to try to get back to football. David says, tell him Baraka. Nat says, it's from V9, mad about bars. I don't know who V9 is. Maybe I'm washed. Maybe. Sam Lewis says, 1-0 already. It's going to be a long Monday night. Yes, it is for you if your team don't pull out their socks. David says, big up top 4. We look AFPLT. What does that mean?
I think so. Can we look at fantasy?
Oh, can we look at fantasy?
We can try.
I guess we can. I guess we can.
I have not looked at fantasy for 4 months now, so
absolutely not.
Endo said Oscar's had this jumper since lockdown. Yeah, it's the dry fit, the one with the arm things. Of course, man, I paid big money for this. This is Nike. Why would I get rid of it?
Crazy.
Lockdown was what, 5 years ago? I bought it in lockdown.
Excellent.
There is one
at all.
There is one. No, the men's one. The New Day versus the Viking Raiders for the
Viking Raiders.
The Viking Raiders.
Oh my god! Is this an NFL team or something?
What?
Edition. Okay, we got one last question of the day before we get into the actual football. Nat says, question of the day. If you could have one wild animal defend your house, what would it be? Me personally, silverback gorilla. Them man are on crud.
A polar bear.
A polar bear?
They're physical, you know.
Hey.
Have you seen the clothes?
How are you going to keep that alive, bro? A polar bear?
Have you seen what a polar bear can do to you?
The truth is, Oscar, it is a colour thing.
You know what? When you watch those like nature programs or like like David Attenborough stuff kind of thing, when you watch what the simplest animals can do, man, I don't like animals, man. I just don't. They do some stuff.
I think I might have a boring answer to this question, yeah, but I think I'd just go with the most fierce dog that you can find, simply because dogs can be domesticated. Like there's you can train a dog. I don't trust any trained gorilla. That gorilla is gonna go gorilla on me. What am I gonna do with that? I'll pick a lion.
Oscar,
and I'm home.
Hey, yo.
Say again, Ernest.
The question isn't about training the animal.
It's wild.
Yeah, one wild animal.
But maybe I'm just thinking too long term. But yeah, if you had one animal to defend your house, then I'd go lion, innit? I'm sure there's going to be some sort of natural person who knows about animals that's going to tell me lion is not the right answer. But I would go with lion.
You probably want a tiger, you know.
I was going to say the lion's a gimmick.
I heard people say lions ain't really lions like that.
Lions are a gimmick, bro.
Apparently lions ain't really savages.
When you watch these programs, bro, lions are gimmicks, bro. They're gimmicks, and they've been given the king of the jungle.
A zebra's low key dangerous. Is he? I don't know.
I'd have a hench kangaroo, like proper bench press, like 300, because they're not real. Those animals ain't real.
Yes, they are.
Have you seen them?
Yeah. Have you seen their claws? They'll match you. They'll finish you.
Yeah, I'm not really with that. Nat said a Venus flytrap would be an option. What's a Venus flytrap?
Sounds like a spider.
That will do nothing.
They're not doing danger to nobody, bro.
They're doing nothing.
Let's talk about.
These little plants that snap.
And they catch insects, Oscar. It's not like they catch the man them.
Sorry. Nat said hippos are rapid.
Yeah, hippos are scary as hell, man. Don't do that. Oscar, I'll tell you what else is scary. Newcastle at home to Manchester United on the weekend. It was phenomenal scenes, Jeff. Newcastle 4, Manchester United 1. It was just like rinse and repeat, wasn't it, Robin?
Yeah. Again, what can I say, really? Newcastle's midfield, it was the same thing when I went to see them live at Old Trafford early in the season. 2 different midfielders just running up what we can't do. And we gave them all the space in the world. The goals themselves, I would say, all very, very good goals, but they were goals because of our mistakes, which is not it was something that is not new again. Giving away the ball at the back, Maserati slipping, Lindelof just being Lindelof. What more can I say in terms of that? Yeah, I don't really have much to say because I knew we were going to lose. I knew we were going to lose, so yeah. Go ahead, Danny.
Amorim's yellow card, the hue is changing. I'm not gonna lie. The hue is changing because I've watched enough games to ask myself the question of why are we so negative? Like, why do we not take the game to teams in any capacity? Because the mistakes that I'm seeing from these guys, I think it hit me on funny enough, the Saturday. Like, why does it feel like our team's being coached and players are not being coached? Why is there no individual improvement from November to now? Why does it feel like our best spells, just like with Oli, just like with parts of Ragnick's regime, why does it feel like our best spells come with individual brilliance rather than team coordinated attacks? Like, I'm so sorry, Newcastle bully bare teams, but we've been bullied outside of Newcastle. Like, when you look at Thursday night, and Onana has been given bligh after bligh after bligh after bligh. Why did it take 2 mistakes, in which he's made more? And guys, the biggest crime Onana's committed is Morgan Gibbs-White's goal at Old Trafford. Like,
yeah.
He's not new to these mistakes.
No.
He's not new to these mistakes. And is it that it's taken the Europa League flipping semi-final being on the line that you're now clocking, oh, this guy's actually whack? We've been telling you, this guy's not it. He's not of the level. Why is it feels like the team that actually does still play, there's no improvement? Like, ultimately, I'm watching my team versus Newcastle. I'm like, bro, you knew what happened at St. James's. Sorry, at Old Trafford. What did you do to neutralize that for this game? Because we just kept getting caught, and it happens in more than this Newcastle game. So I'm definitely of the opinion that, like I've told you guys fair times, Amorim has done stats, but God of heaven, if this guy does not make the top 8 next season, he has to go. Because we're too negative. We're not taking the game to teams in any capacity. And I don't see that changing with individual bring-ins. Like, obviously, quality is one thing, but ultimately, you're not bringing Cunha, if Cunha does come, to anything that you've changed drastically. Everything's been more of the same. And I can't keep saying that because we lack quality. Man can't take the game to certain teams. What do you mean you haven't won 2 games in a row in the Premier League? Like, what is that?
That's a disgusting stat.
That's nasty.
Endo put the breakdown below. 21 games.
No, it's not. No, I can't.
Goals.
Because man will say things like, oh, quality issue. When you first came, you beat Everton 4-0. Everton bullied us in the first half at Goodison. Everton moved to us in the first half. This bare games, I'm like,
that's a sick point.
Physically, we're just not of the level. What is there no chip at Old Trafford? Why are men who are being coached by Eddie Howe physically better than us? Why? Pete, I think you're muted.
Yeah, you are. You're muted, bro. This guy's just chatting.
Yeah, he's just chatting.
Now.
He's chatting.
Now?
I unmuted you.
Yeah, now you are. Now you're not muted.
I literally unclicked unmute. I was saying this man has 6 wins in 21 Premier League fixtures. And I'm looking at the wins, yeah, because Leicester, so relegation fodder. Ipswich, relegation fodder. I'm scrolling. Fulham is an impressive win. Southampton, relegation fodder. That's so 3 of the 6 wins are against relegated teams.
And how did we beat Southampton? How did we beat Southampton?
Oh yeah, I remember they honest spun around like James Brown. They were on, bruv. They were going clear. You beat Man City, and you beat Everton, as you say. Flip it out.
That's poor.
That's woeful.
It was a Martinez deflection.
This is fraudulent behavior on so many levels, because you have to understand. It's one thing. Like I think people have been bringing up this record a lot because of I think Ten Hag had this amount of games right before he was sacked. Or something like that. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe it's not accurate. But
Pete, we have 38 points in the Premier League this season,
brother.
We're on course. Remember when I asked you and Lola to tell me the W's we were going to have this season? We are on 14 L's, and there's 6 games to go.
You guys are 3 points above 17th.
No, listen, we were talking about the shop today. Yeah, if Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton didn't exist, it is Mount Everest. I don't think people understand how bad we is. And so I'm looking at this guy like, bro, like when at least under Ten Hag, I can say 1 or 2 guys I can see improvement. I can see your style of play showing that these guys. These guys are rising to the occasion because whatever you're coaching them to, they feel like this is best suited to their game. I think this season, Amad Diallo said, "I've been in jail and I'm free. I'm gonna do my thing." And Bruno Fernandes has said, "Nah, we're losing 5-4, but I've scored all 4 goals."
Yeah.
Bruno said, "I'm the man." Everyone else, or should I say most of the team, I'm like, bruv, I don't see improvement, bro. I do not see improvement.
Has he tried to change and adapt to things? Has he tried to change stuff?
I've not seen Ruben Amorim make substantial enough change for me to say, oh, at least he tried 4-2-3-1.
Because that's my problem there. Because that's my problem with him right there. Off the bat, it was my way or the highway. And his way isn't working. And I'm wondering, has he actually changed or not?
My thing is, next year, we're not playing in Europe. I'm not even saying win a trophy next year. We need to be in the European part of the Premier League table. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying Conference League and above.
You don't think you're winning this Europa League?
Bro, you saw Xerxes' injury yesterday.
Yeah.
I have to rely on no other than Rasmus Højlund on Thursday night. I can't even pay UEFA to let Chido Obi get through. I can't even do that.
I mean, the Europa League though, is there real competition there?
We are not better than any other team left.
You seem to do well.
No, we're unbeaten. We're unbeaten, but being unbeaten doesn't mean you've won every game.
I won't lie, beating Sociedad impressed me.
Sociedad are crap though.
I thought any team that could play with the ball on the floor could play, could do a job.
But Pete, they're crap though.
I mean, they got to what stage is this? Quarterfinal. They got to the last 16.
They're crap though.
Fair enough.
They're not good.
Robin.
But they will say you're crap. Do you know what I mean? That's what they would say.
No, but we're better than them.
Robin, do you agree with Ernest on the Leon thing? Do you think the Zaxi injury and the rest of the way that your team's been playing is just too much for you to overcome? Because you're at home now. You have to just win the game.
I said this on when is it? I said it to Ernest when I went to see him on Saturday. I said we should be 2-0 up. Just because the way we conceded was you can look at the coach, you can look at the manager, and I'm talking about the game. I'm not talking about the whole season. You can look at the coach. You can look at the players. Those 2 goals we conceded were primary school errors. Leon had no threat against us. Now, the way we scored through Euro and we scored through Xerxes. I am 100% certain if we had Xerxes, we'll be going through.
Really?
Now we have to rely on Rasmus Højlund. That does not fill me with glee.
Yeah, but
do I think we can beat Leon? Do I think we can go through? Yes, I do. Absolutely. I'm not there yet. I'm not saying we're out. I still think there's a chance. But my God, it's difficult.
I say you lot are going through. I almost think you guys are guaranteed through because the fact that Leon were even like, were they 2 down at home?
No.
So it was 1-0 because of the free kick that Onana just knocked into the goal. Yeah. Then we went up 2-1. Yeah. And then last minute, remember, Onana parried it back to the Leon player for no reason. Conceding
2 goals to Manchester United in 2025 at home, you're going out.
Yeah, that was my sentiment. I thought like Leon had to win that away leg, and the fact that they didn't win
the home leg,
United will bring you home. Even if United go a goal down, they'll still win out.
United will win at Old Trafford, no doubt.
That was my thought process. But I understand why you would feel like no, because United have given you nothing.
You know what's funny about the Newcastle performance, right? Newcastle didn't have to be great. They just knew they could just rock up. And things will fall in place.
Yeah, because that's pretty much how it went, isn't it? Like in terms of their goals.
That's why I said when I said at the start. If you look how we conceded, we didn't concede because Newcastle like played through us and all that stuff. We conceded because we literally just said here.
I mean, the first goal.
First goal, I know you. But yeah, the rest of them, I was just like, look what we're doing here. We're just giving them opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And yeah, it is literally, we just got to rise on Thursday because that's the only game I care about. The league, we're not getting relegated. I don't really care where we finish. We're absolute fodder. That's dead to me. It is all about what we can do in Europa. How do I feel about the manager? I think everyone's points is valid. I don't think he's covered himself in glory, not at all, not one bit. I'm not at the queue that Ernie's at. I still think this season alone and what we have done in the summer, last summer, a few summers, have just set this team back monumentally. More than just a manager,
but Robin,
so
Robin, look at the managers elsewhere. Look at the managers elsewhere. This idea that you're going to blame the transfer windows for why Ruben Amorim is doing these performances.
I said.
I'm looking at David Moyes. I'm looking at people that have far worse talent than United doing bits.
Oliver Glasner.
But I'm also at the point. I'm also at the point where we need to look at the talent that we actually have and just
come
judge
on,
them.
Man. You've always blamed the transfer window. United fans have
always
blamed the transfer window.
I'm not saying Did you hear? I said at the start. I said he's not to blame.
He's not even on a yellow card for you. He's not even on a yellow card for you.
Hey Peter, you see his card? You see where white women that have freckles go to the tanning salon? That's what.
I doubt there's any tan. I doubt there's a tan.
No, like no,
it's a green card. He's going to America. He's got a green card.
Like, guys, you guys know my stance on managers and what I expect. If you tell me that a manager is not maximizing the potential, because to me, my question is 14th place the best Manchester United can do this year? If the answer is yes, he's doing a great job. If the answer is no, then I'm so sorry. I swear to you guys, next year, because you see with Ten Hag, I was like yellow card until Wolverhampton at Old Trafford last season. I said, nah. You're leaving Casemiro on the island, and you think this is gonna fly? No way. I wanted him out from the first game of the season. So Amorim, Amorim is leaning too heavily on his bluntness, on his honesty. He's leaning too heavily into that. And I think he's hoping that because United fans have been through like dread and like peak, banter era.
It's hell.
No, but my point is you can contribute to the hell, or you can detract from it. And my point is, like, Ugarte, very obvious why PSG sold him to us. It's very clear. The guy's footballing ability is limited.
How much you pay for him?
60 million British pounds.
I don't want to hear it, man.
So for me, I'm like, guys, I know the guy had him at Sporting Lisbon, and I think for those, I don't know what it is. It's a very weird theory I have, that some guys work within the context you best saw them in. That's it. When he went to the Emirates and it was a draw and it went to penalties, and they knocked out Arsenal that way, that's the best you're going to see of the player. Because currently what I'm seeing now is, if Casemiro's not playing in our midfield, we can't progress the ball. This is a player we want gone. So what's going on here? Onana, not good enough. Lindelof, the most unremarkable guy we've signed in the last 5 years. There is no outstanding quality from this guy. Eriksen needs to go on the Stairmaster and just stay there. The game's left. Like, he's not even left. The game has left him.
I think
he's Will Smith in the last episode of Fresh Prince.
I think the Stairmaster will done him off. We can't put him on that under pressure.
Yeah,
and he's gone to St. James's Park with Madagascar FC. I saw in the comment section.
That's insane.
Come on.
And Endo spitting. One of the things I kept repeating at the end of the season was, I even said it to Robin bare times when he came for a trim. We were 8 points off top 4 last season. Pissed me off last year. We're not even near Conference League.
Do you know how many points you're off top 5 this season?
Let's not do it, man. Let's not.
I'd like to know.
I don't even want to hear it.
They are 27 points behind. No, that can't be right. 17.
I said it to Robin when he came for a trim. One of the
17.
It's the biggest embarrassment of Man United this season is there are 5 slots available for Champions League, and we're not there.
The fact that you're behind this 2024-25 season Everton, 2024-25 season Crystal Palace and Brentford, you're behind those 3.
Yeah.
It's utter madness. And you're 3 points above Wolves and West Ham.
Yeah. And a lot of the games that I've watched, it's just PMP. We've lost because some guys didn't stay late in the gym. That's it. We've lost things because we have more Eriksens and less Joe Lintons. Because you know what's scary? Do you know what's scary about Newcastle's midfield? Joe Linton wasn't the scariest player. Because when you got past him, you had to deal with Tonali. Tonali yesterday was moving absolutely crazy. Yesterday, there was a point in the 92nd minute, the guy ran 60 yards with the ball. What's going on it? No hamstring, nothing. Stairmaster, rowing machine, flipping cross trainer. Man's doing 220 kg light. Nah. None of our guys are strong enough. Everyone looks like they've done too much cardio and eaten too much rice. There's no protein. Man have not made themselves acquainted to steak, not a flipping T-bone, not a tomahawk.
No protein shake.
There's no way.
There's not enough nutrients. They've got no nutrients.
No, there's not enough.
It's true. It's true.
There's not enough. Do you know what I mean? It's like Rasmus Højlund has the physique you would want your son to have the physique of Rasmus Højlund.
Mm-hmm.
If he brought a girl home, you met the parents, they met you. You want the girls dad to be like, hey, you got a strapping lad. Do you know what I mean? The brother looks like he drinks Boss water and wears like them Carlton Banks polos with the boat shoes.
He looks like the star quarterback.
He looks like he wears quarter zips.
That's my point.
Yeah.
He looks like he goes TK Maxx and buys Billabong. Do you know what I mean? And Drunken Monkey and all them kind of garms there. Do you know what I mean? We've got no drip. No one's wham. You know, no one's watched Kevin Samuels and said, bro, I need to work on myself. You know, just go. No one's, guys. That's what I'm saying. So if I can notice that we are getting like packed and potions every week because physically we are not of the level, what is a manager? This is what, no, remember last year I told you guys, David Sanoga should not be able to see things that I can't. A man from East London shouldn't be able to see these things. Why every year do I see things that Manchester United managers cannot see? Why every year I got to deal with this?
Yeah, why? There we go.
Why? Guys, the bottom line is Manchester United Football Club, the players have not improved since this manager came in.
Facts.
That is a problem.
Facts.
It is an inescapable, undisputable fact. Nobody has improved. So what is the problem here? That card is yellower than the bar at the bottom of the screen.
He should be gone. He should be frigging gone.
Oh,
frigging pathetic. He's a pathetic excuse of a manager at Manchester United.
And you're going far now, man.
Rocking up at hoodies. No, I'm not taking it far. I called him out ages ago.
Peter called him out first week.
He called him out a while ago.
Ages ago, because the writing. Listen, guys, if the writing is on the wall, I'm not going to then wait for substance now to then say this is what it is. I'm going to tell you what it is when I see the writing. From the minute it was graffitied on the wall, that's when I called out. It's like when I called out Ten Hag. Remember, Ten Hag was called out at 6-2 defeat to Man City because you know. Listen, you know straight away what you're getting in the first month. 2 months of a manager, you know what you're going to get long term. You know what you're going to get because let's have it right. Yeah, look across the Premier League. Which manager has changed? Really, who's changed over the last 2-3 years?
As far as what style?
As in, when you see them as a manager, and you see how they've been at the club from the beginning, and you see how they are now. Like there are certain threads that remain. Yeah, even if they've got different squads, certain threads just remain. They're called neural pathways.
You would call that. You would say Pep. Really, that's the only really one.
Who?
Because it's got changed. Pep. Because it's got changed.
Pep's stubbornness is where he is now. This is the reason why he is where he is.
I'm with you, Pete. Yeah, Robin. He's saying fundamentally he's the same man.
The wires that you don't see underneath the train tracks. Those consistent red, yellow, blue lines that keep running through. No matter what's going on, no matter what the station looks like, no matter how you paint the picture. That always remains. So when you get people like that, like Postecoglou, I told you you about him ages ago. Because what you see is what you get. These managers now in the 2025 era, or whatever it is, man, have one way of football, and that is it. Right. That's the end. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so even when I criticize Mikel. Even when I criticize Mikel, for example, because Mikel always seems to make the same mistake every single season. He sees a mistake that he made one season, and then he hones in on that season for the next season, and he keeps doing that season on season out. So there's certain treads that people have. I'll close with the stat, right? Newcastle's first league back-to-back win against United, league double rather, against Man United for 94 years. The records keep getting broken at this football club. Shall we move on? Yes, I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Slipping and sliding, Chelsea Football Club. Oscar, can I just say this before you kick off? You're not making the Champions League next season. Like my prediction at the start of the season where I was crazy, Chelsea will not be in the top 4 this season. It's over.
Not even the top 5?
It's over. It's over. Have you seen the dogs that are hounding behind them? Well, Chelsea are 6th even. Forget behind them. Some of them are ahead of them.
They're ahead of us.
Chelsea has 6th place right now.
They're all ahead of us.
Well, what's the difference? So it's like 3 points between 4th and
Robert,
No. I'm asking a question.
And I'm answering it. You haven't been here before. You haven't been in a top 4 race before. Because Man United either finished Man United either finished comfortably second and third in the top 4, or they're out of the top 4. They've never been in a race like this where we're hunting down.
Do you know what it was? Do you know what it is? We have. Remember the last game against Leicester where we had to fight because Leicester.
What year was this?
Brendan Rodgers when he was Leicester manager.
Did you win or not?
No, we qualified to Champions League because Leicester were being foolish at the end.
It wasn't a race, was it? Leicester wet the bed. They were second, I think, with 3 months to go. They were second in the league.
But I think if you study the top 4 race over the last 10,
it's terrible.
4 years, there's many more twists in the tail. Like it's never done by game week 32. Trust me.
What was 6 games to go?
Yeah, 6 games, bro. After 3 games, there'll be a new top 5, and after after it's all said and done, it'll be over. But Pete,
he's lying. He's lying to you guys. He's lying to you guys. Look at the state of it.
Between 4th and 7th, there are 4 points.
Look at the state of it. Because there are clubs in here. There's a club called Newcastle.
Yeah, Forest are still there. Don't think Forest are gone. They're there.
Hey, Pete, what's your 3rd to 5th?
Mine.
Yeah.
Newcastle 3rd. Forest 4th. Manchester City 5th. Villa 6th. Chelsea 7th.
Oh wow. Okay. That's not impossible. Not at all.
That's not impossible at all.
Because Villa and Newcastle, correct me if I'm wrong, are the 2 teams that have got like 5 wins on the bounce, and there's no other team in the league that's got that.
I know.
Can you scroll to the right? We can see that.
I don't think that's on here. This is just the league table.
Does it not show the form guide? Okay.
If I just go back to the thing, I'm sure we. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Where did I go? Where did it go?
It's got live table on. You need to take off live table.
Take off live table. Got you.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Lovely. What did I say? I said Newcastle and Villa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 wins in a row. Both Villa and Newcastle, 4 wins in a row. This is sensational form. The run-in, the thing about the top 4, the reason I say it's over for Chelsea, the reason why I think it's over for Nottingham Forest is purely because the run-in form is what you need to have under your belt.
Yeah,
you need to have W's now because this notion that Chelsea can go 2 wins without winning, ridiculous. The fact that Forest lose 2 games is ridiculous. What's Chelsea's next game? Chelsea's next game is Fulham, who they lost to already this season. Fulham away. We've got Forest, we've got Spurs, which you think, okay, they should get something, but I don't know. Spurs, I don't know what to make of them. Who's got Newcastle? Villa. Holy smokes.
Oh, that's good.
That's not good.
That's good for us.
As in, of course, good for you guys. But that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at that thinking, hang on a minute. You need form running in the top 4. And when I say form, there's 6 games to go.
And Chelsea's fixtures are peak.
Oh,
it's a weird one. It's a weird one because when it comes to Chelsea's fixtures, before the game on the weekend, I looked at the game and I said, Ipswich, let's see. But then I looked at the fixtures and I said, if we beat Ipswich, all of the games, like if the race is in our hands because of who we face.
Sure.
So we're facing Newcastle later on down the line. We're facing Forest later on down the line. So essentially, if Chelsea just win their games, we would have been 3rd. Yeah.
God, but look at the end
lineup. Are you sure we're going to beat Newcastle United? Are you sure we're going to beat Man United? Are you sure we're going to beat Forest? And I know you might think, yes, Man United, but ask yourself, when was the last time we beat Man United in the league? And then, you'll have the answer to that question. Liverpool, hopefully the title is sealed and done by then and they won't care. But, it's scary, scary, scary times for Chelsea Football Club. Endo said Maresca has 5 wins in 16 games. Surely you're Maresca out. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know. I don't know what this manager is playing at, to be honest. I don't know why he thinks that it's okay for Chelsea Football Club to prioritize the Conference League ahead of the Premier League. That, to me, alone is a sacrilege.
CV settings, bro. CV settings.
going into games, like we faced Brentford last week. He's got Palmer and Jackson on the bench so that he can start them against Legia Warsaw. Like we're playing.
Do you know Oscar, because the writing's on the wall for him. He's keeping that CV tacked. Yeah,
we're playing this weekend against Ipswich. You've got no recognised right back on the pitch. You're playing Chalobah right back with Gusto and Reece James on the bench. Why is your captain and your only other right back not starting when they're both fit? Are you saving them for Legia Warsaw, where you decided you want to play Reece James in midfield? He played Reece James in midfield for 80 minutes on Thursday night. 80 minutes.
And you won 3-0 against Legia Warsaw, innit?
Yeah. But the priority is home. The priority is the Premier League. Like, Taha said, look, Oscar, I'm shocked for that Conference League final. Let me tell you now, Taha, I don't give a monkeys about the Conference League. I don't care. No one should care. Why would we care? Our B team is
surprise of winning the Conference League. You get into the Europa League.
Why would you care when Champions League is on the line? Like, why is that even a thought in his head that you would rest a player like Cole Palmer, or you would prioritize playing Reece James in those fixtures?
And the truth is, Rob, the truth is, Robin, they can actually do both.
They can do both.
We can do both.
You can actually win the Conference League, which I think you can win with a seeing eye dog.
Oh my gosh!
And I think you can finish in the top 4. But Maresca is a clown. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't blame Maresca, guys.
Sorry.
If you recruit somebody from sixth form college to take over a university class, this is what you're gonna get. They told you at Leicester, ask the Leicester City fans, they told you, listen, he's lucky that Leicester got promoted because he was wet in the bed for the second half of the season. Them men were losing games, left, right, and centre, dropping the like flies. He brings Dewsbury Hall with him to Chelsea. We're not letting these things slide. We're not doing that.
It's disgusting. That Dewsbury Hall signing is so disgusting.
But that's why I said you wouldn't be in the top 4. Because look at the operations. Let's just look at football operations, yeah? Operations. I look at football operations at Chelsea, Newcastle, Aston Villa. You tell me who's top of those 3 operationally. It's not Chelsea. Newcastle. That's for damn sure. It's just not. It's not Chelsea. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's Newcastle.
Do you know what I'm saying? So when you look at it like that, Chelsea were always going to be this. It was always going to happen. In terms of, like just set a firework in their own house for no reason and blow up what they had. Because they had a good start to the season, a good half of the season.
I said Chelsea are doing insurance fraud, yeah? Fair enough.
They're just trying to catch a case.
The window was the most disgusting. It was really, really bad. Like it was, as in, it was
predicted them top 4. This is what I can't get my head around.
We should be in the top 4. I don't care how bad the window was. We should be in the top 4. We should be.
Both your claims weren't mad.
Based on what though? Talk to me. Based on what?
Because if we beat Ipswich this weekend, we'd be
third. Hang on. Why should Chelsea finish above? Why should Chelsea finish above City, Forest, Newcastle, Villa? Based on what should they finish above these teams?
I can't speak on the other teams. The points that Chelsea should have at this stage of the season, should be higher than where they are based on the squad that we currently have. There is no excuse for that team losing to Ipswich at home. I don't care.
I agree with that. I agree with that comment alone, but not the bit you said before. Where Chelsea are in the table, they should be higher. I don't agree with that. Based on your squad,
okay, but like the games that we've been in, we've lost it not because we had an inferior squad. We've lost it because the squad wasn't put together correctly.
Not only because of your squad, but Oscar. Okay, newsflash: in your squad, do you know what else is important? And we might as well add them as a squad player. In your squad, the manager is also part of the squad. So when people mention squads, you have to mention the manager. We cannot absolve management, the person who directs travel with the squad he has. He cannot be absolved of this. The reason I'm saying Chelsea should not be in the top 4, they've got an unproven manager, an undercooked manager, a manager who nearly flopped the league with Leicester in the Championship. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this, the stake is raw. So the idea that you thought like, you know what, yeah, we can be up here, and I get it. Look, you had your wins in the season, and you know City have been mucking about, United, Tottenham, you know, we know the story, right? But the fact that when you look at it, I think he, like you say, he's prioritizing the conference. I heard him talk the other day saying that the target for Champions League was next season. So as far as he's concerned, he's on track.
Yeah, no, he's disgusting. That's disgusting.
But your owners recruited him. They got rid of Poch.
Even with all of this, yeah, my rule has always been my rule. You do not need to be a good team to get Champions League in this league. I'm sorry, you don't. When it was top
good manager, though. You need a good manager.
Hold on. No,
you need a good manager.
No, you don't.
You always have.
The fourth place team. Ollie got top 4 on how many occasions, bro? The fourth place team in this league.
This team was fast superior to this Chelsea side.
Bro, Pete, the fourth place team has been average. Yeah, they've been at Ten Hag got top 4. They've been average. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah, well, we're not comparing Ten Hag to bloody Maresca, are we?
But that's not the point I'm making. I'm saying the players that Chelsea had. I'm sorry, there's no excuse for this team not making top 4. There's no excuse. Frank Lampard got top 4 with Chelsea, and you know everybody has their opinions on that guy. So
you said 4th place, yeah? I've just gone back through the couple of tables, right? The last 3 tables, the last 3 Premier League seasons, 22's included, right? Last 3 Premier League seasons, the managers were Unai Emery, Eddie Howe, Antonio Conte.
Yeah,
you need a serious manager to be in the top 4, guys.
I think you're
no, it's a matter of fact. Like you need to have it.
But you're acting like unserious managers haven't got there. Managers,
okay, name them. Name them.
It's Eric Ten Hag.
Ten Hag 1.
Ollie Pryor.
Ollie, okay. Ollie, and what does that tell you? United squad's better than what the manager was. But carry on. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The 3 meetings.
We're gonna go around in circles.
We're not circling. We're not even circling, mate.
No, as in what I'm saying is you have your opinion on that. I have a differing opinion. My opinion is that this Chelsea squad, with this manager, should be in the top 4.
So you believe Enzo Maresca is a top 4 manager, should be in the top 4?
I don't really think about whether you're a top 4 manager or not. I think sometimes managers can achieve something, and it's not a level of where they are. It's just the cards that are in front of them.
It's why I say you're part of the squad. That's the argument I was making.
Fair.
When Ollie, you said Ollie, right? When Ollie was part of the Man United setup, it had elite players in that side that got in the top 4. When Ten Hag was there, okay, fair enough. Ten Hag, you could say, well, you know what? He won 2 trophies, didn't he? And he got in the top 4. I think he finished 3rd even.
Yeah,
right?
But even from this point on, I still think Chelsea should be getting top 4. Like I don't.
Do you think they will?
Do I think they will? No.
Fair enough.
And that is because of Maresca and what I've learned about him as a manager. I just think Chelsea have nothing about the team that makes you think they're solid. And
say that again. That's because of Maresca and what you've learned of him as a manager.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here then?
As in he's not good enough.
Sorry, guys. What have I missed? That was literally my case. That was literally the case I brought to you, Sir Oscar. I literally brought that case.
But I've said it on this podcast before. Man have said to me, "Oh, if Maresca gets top 4, like, is Maresca still your guy?" I'm like, "No, he can get top 4 and leave. I don't care. He can get top 4 and leave. Like, whether he's good enough for Chelsea and getting top 4 are 2 different things. But I just can't look at it and see it, bro. I can't see the turn of form that Chelsea have had in 2025 and be like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. No, I shouldn't have seen this coming. We were one of the best attacking teams in the league up until December. All of a sudden, I'm looking at the forward line like, which one of these guys can score a goal?
But
that's not one of them.
But he literally did it to Leicester last year. When you said
he did exactly what he did at Leicester.
He literally copy and paste. He did this last year with Leicester.
But
Leicester were on a horrible run last year.
He was running away with the league title, and then it was different. For example,
he win the league title.
Jackson, no goals in 2025. Cole Palmer was arguably one of the best players in the Premier League last season. 2025. Where is Cole Palmer? We've not even seen this guy. His form has completely dipped. Like, there's so many elements of Chelsea Football Club that have just been stripped of the advantages and what's the word I'm looking for? The strengths of the team going forward have all completely vanished, and all that seems to remain is this inexperience and and just nothing going forward. So, yeah, man, I don't see like we've got Fulham on the weekend away. I don't see a team of steel that can go and win that game. The only game where you're like, yeah, Chelsea can go and beat them is Spurs, because Spurs never win at Stamford Bridge. So that was the only game I ever had confidence for. But I kid you not, guys, I woke up on Sunday morning and I said to myself, Ipswich at home, Forest have just lost. If we win this game, we go right up to third. I was feeling optimistic for some strange reason. Not because Chelsea are good, but I just think we're not that bad to be drawing to Ipswich at home. Little did I know.
How many points has Ipswich taken off you? Did you draw
5? We took 1 point from them. Sorry, they took 4. They took 4 from us.
They just scalped 4 points off you.
1 point from a possible 6. From a possible 6.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, look, Maresca knows what it is. Yeah, he knows what it is. It's Chelsea Football Club at the end of the day. If Chelsea are not in the Champions League next season, his head is on the chopping block. So he needs to buck up his ideas.
Is it though? Because he said the target was next year. That's what he was saying.
Well, he doesn't believe that. He can't possibly.
Anything else on the Chelsea matter?
Chelsea ain't winning another game this season. I got told players returning would change everything. Yeah, I mean, I thought it would do a lot more, but to be fair, we've also had injuries in this time. So, yeah, I'm with Baraka on this. He's tactically stupid. Like some of the stuff he does, I'm just thinking, why are you not making subs at the right time? Why are you always reactive, always waiting? I don't even think we were that bad against Ipswich, but those are the type of games where it's not even about how you play. Just win the flipping game. I was more annoyed with how we played against Brentford, because that's a tough game, but you need to impose yourself on the game. Ipswich at home, slap. Bro, they had Hutchinson and Delap not starting. Guys, who's the forwards for Ipswich when there's no Hutchinson or Delap? Tell me.
Not a clue.
Hurst. We thought Hurst.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I think probably Smoddex.
He's got the encyclopedia, man.
Listen, I see Adrian playing them Wikipedia games on Twitter. I'm all over it.
I love it, man. 9 a.m. I'm all over it, man.
Yeah, man. I hope Maresca wakes up early every day this week. I hope his head is stressing, because how you can come out and say the things he says after talking about, the fans weren't with us. What are the fans going to do for you? You're at home against Ipswich. What are you expecting? Do you think this is flipping Real Madrid in the Champions League? You're at home against Ipswich. Go and win the flipping game. What are you expecting the fans to do? This is Chelsea. Like, we're never going to be that team. So.
This is the most exciting top 4 race or top 5 race I've seen in a long time.
Top 5 podcast, Peter.
I'm even looking forward to seeing who gets Europa League and who gets the conference. I'm very invested in that. So should be interesting. Should be fun.
Conference is a bit higgy.
Yeah,
I can't believe those fixtures Peter's just shown me. I'm livid, bro. We're not winning a single game.
You're gone. You're top, Oscar. You're not playing the champions. You're not playing that next season. You're not playing that at Stamford Bridge. You're playing.
Hey, respect the Europa League, people.
There's nothing to respect. What are you talking about? Respect the championship version of the championship. They've even made a League One version that Chelsea are dilly-dallying in with Legia Warsaw. There's teams in there. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I used to mock Europa League teams, yeah? But the conference, some of the names that are being plucked out of this competition, I have never, ever heard of them in all of my life.
Listen, conference is good for football. Conference is good for football. I'll stand by that.
No, it's not. Robin, I don't like people like you see, because you're a liar. You're a liar. But I want you to tell me, guys, who are Real Betis playing? Who are Real Betis playing? I want you guys to answer me that question. I want you guys to tell me, who is Fiorentina playing? Okay, you haven't got the answer. Who is Rapid Vienna playing? You can't have 3 teams in a quarter-final that I don't know of.
It'd be gracious, because even Rapid Vienna themselves is questionable. Let alone. And you get even lower than that. You speak even lower than that.
Vienna is one of those group stage Champions League teams that they appear once every 2 to 3 years.
They're a Sturm Graz, aren't they? They're like a Sturm Graz.
Yeah.
Bro, they let Red Bull win the league like what 10 years in a row or something. Crap team. Don't hear from them.
Any of the teams that are rare. Besides Betis, Fiorentina, and Chelsea, I can't, and Rapid Vienna. I can't.
Listen,
I can't
let everyone experience Europe.
No, this is what no.
The conference league should like
The conference needs to go, man. The conference needs to go. West Ham, who have no European pedigree in football,
They won the European Cup.
if you're not in the Champions League, you should have the right to call yourself a European champion.
It's so outrageous.
I don't know, man. I don't know because
I
it's
know.
not. You're not champions of Europe. It's like I said, Newcastle just won the League Cup. They don't make them champions of England.
No, but West Ham were running around like Tupac. That's crazy.
But that's West Ham.
West Ham can run around though. West Ham can run around.
No, you should be fodder. You should be fodder because that's what you.
But like, I don't know what your school life was like, yeah. But in my primary school, we had the big playground and then the little playground. Year 3 and year 4 were in the little playground.
The simple fact that you're taking it back to school tells me everything. That's why,
bro. The year 4s, the big dogs in year 4, they would run the little playground. But when they moved up to the big playground with the year 6s, you can't talk the way you was talking.
It's a fast. So, let's leave it alone. The fact that Chelsea and Betis and Fiorentina, names of that stature, are in that competition is a joke, right? You men are in year 11, being in year 9 top set. Nah, man, allow it. Arsenal slipped. Yet again, we dropped points against Brentford. But you know what, guys? Who has 2 thumbs and couldn't give a rat's? Right here, frigging guy right here, because what I care about is the champions. Are you crazy, guys? What a weekend or midweek.
Before we get to that, and before we speak about the man of the hour, actually we are going to speak about the man of the hour because why is he so cringe?
Who?
Why? Declan Rice. Why is he put on a free kick? Why is he put on a free kick show? And everyone is watching.
Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair.
I said, you're ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it.
Like 100 weeks, bro. Like they do every game.
Robin, that's not.
No. But he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was saying. I was like, come on, man.
He's practicing shooting before a game.
But he missed everyone.
In fairness to Robin, Fairs, I hear it.
Yo, it's like he missed everyone. He missed everyone. I was like, come on.
We know who the cringe people are, and it's Sky Sports and the media corporation, yeah? Declan Rice is cringe generally, yeah, in personality, but that is not his fault. He's just taking, like, practice shots before the game, and they've got the camera on him. What was he supposed to do? He's supposed to not practice.
Robin, I'm not going to have a week where my team beats Real Madrid 3-0 in the Champions League quarterfinal at the Emirates Stadium, and then you're going to come here and talk to me about
I said before.
And call it and talk about. Listen, I don't give a damn.
I know. I'm jumping to the hill. But
have some respect. You're not in the competition. Have some respect. Okay, you have a look at what we're doing. Yeah, have a look at what we're doing.
Anyways, right? let's talk about your fun. I love it. Hey, and guess what? He done it at your Emirates Stadium and knocks you out. There you go.
Where's the hamstrings now?
Anyways, let's talk about
both hamstrings attached to his
Let's talk about
that's a crazy
your famous win.
Yeah, let's talk about our famous win. Let's talk about our famous win. Tell me the last time you beat Real Madrid. When's the last time you beat Real Madrid?
We would last before Arsenal was actually always Man United that beat them. So there you go.
We're the first team to win at the Bernabeu. We haven't conceded a goal against Real Madrid. We haven't conceded a goal to Real Madrid.
Actually, no, I'm being wrong. It was Science Ferguson, Aberdeen. Yeah. I'll correct myself. There you go. I know my football history. I said I'll correct myself.
Wait, what's that stat?
It was Ferguson, Aberdeen. It was in the cup final. That last beat Real Madrid in the final.
Oh, Fez.
What? Yeah.
How about the first British team to win at the Bernabeu? How about the only team to not concede a goal against Real Madrid since we've played football?
Yeah, you've only played them like 4 times. Give it a rest.
Is that
also Liverpool won there as well, by the way.
Hey.
Joseph won at the Bernabeu.
Everyone's won there, but we set the trend. We did it first. You know what I'm saying?
Let's give Peter his flowers because I have a serious question now. I've done wrestling.
Hey Robin, hey Arsenal man, talk about your team, man.
Yeah, I'm saying let's start. I'm asking you. I was going to ask you how did you feel?
I've heard Rice slander, and then you telling me about how you beat Real Madrid before us. Get that.
I'm trying to ask you, how does it feel, Peter? How did it feel?
On a Michael Jackson thing. How did it? Listen, it was like I was lost for words at the Emirates. Let's have it right. Let's just have it right, okay? I did tell you Mikel Merino will score because guess what, guys? If he's not in your fantasy team, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, but we've given up on the Premier League though, so it's probably not the real thing anyway. But yeah, bro, I was so gassed. I was so delighted, so happy to see our team be so mature. The pressure is on, the big stage is there. And remember, guys, on the pod last week, you lot were doing the show on Monday. Madrid were training at the Emirates on the Monday as well. And I said, yo, these men are ready. When I tell you, yeah, if I was to tell you 2 things I spotted, 3 things I noticed. Number 1, Courtois didn't train. So they had this other goalkeeper bouncing left, right, and center. I thought, all right, is Courtois not going to play? Okay, whatever. And he had a blinder, by the way. He had an absolute blinder. Then Endrick. Why he doesn't come on the pitch in this game, I have no idea. Guys, in training, the guy was twisting guys. I kid you not, there came a point where Rudiger and Valverde just went and just started kicking him, just started booting him in the air because he was whining with them. There's one ball. Now imagine you make it 5-a-side pitch, right? There's one ball that's lifted. I can't remember who flicked it over. In the air, Hendrick brings it down on his thigh. Yeah, literally leans over and lets Rudiger and Valverde hit each other like this. And then he goes on to score. I said, oh my God, we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. They didn't bring him on. I thought, wow, it's incredible. And the third thing I noticed, guys, they had about 100 shots on goal, like shooting practice, yeah? They missed 1. Everyone scored. And I mean, they had about 100 goals at this. So like in a squad of like 25, whatever, yeah, them man were having a good 3 to 4, 5, 6 shots each. And they missed 1. And I said, yo, this is long for man. You know, when the coach lays it off, so you can't even promise that it's going to be a good pass or a good, you know what I mean, a good touch. First time. Yeah?
Wait, Pete, you talking about practice?
I'm talking about practice.
He's setting the scene.
That's it. No, because you can imagine it. Everyone was talking. You see Madrid what they're doing, guys, and you're like, raw.
I see Mbappe's through. You know the through ball when Mbappe goes through first to the North Bank. Yeah, I said I saw this in training. I saw this yesterday. I was like, he's putting that in the far corner, bend. The guy he does it kind of near central post, saved by Ray. I said, raw. Okay, Vinny didn't want to be here. I thought, raw, what's going on here? Then I see Valverde was at right back. I said, oh, their best midfielders at right back. Okay. Yeah. And after just said, look, this is our home, man. And the thing is, we set up the atmosphere well. The tifo display, the Emirates had never been so loud since I've worked there. Never. Really? Never. It was a joke. It was a joke. Everything was shaking. Like, the rooms were just shaking constantly. And when the first goal went in, it was like, this is what we were hoping for, right? Excellent. The crowd went mad. The second free kick goes in, guys, and I screamed. I was like, I've never screamed.
I still can't decide technically which one was better, which free kick was better. Because the second one, everyone's favorite is the second one because it is top bins. Like no one is saving that. Yeah. But the call on the first one, I said that's I think nigh on impossible.
The thing is, when you've scored the first goal and then you have another free kick and then you do top bins, I think the second one's better because that's one and done. Declan Rice ain't scored a free kick ever, has he? You know what I mean? That's one and done. We're done for the year now. Like you get that once in a career. To get it 2 in one game, in one half, phenomenal scene, Jeff. And then, Mikel Marino's finish is so underrated. The football from David Raya, Thomas Partey, man of the match, superb, unbelievable. I think, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, holler at me, yeah? If I'm moving mad. He's the best defensive midfielder in the world.
Oh, gosh.
In the world?
I don't know anyone better than Thomas Partey. Especially because, this season, the primary thing with him this season, he's been fit. Number one, yeah?
This season, you've got a case.
The mileage is there. So holler at me, guys, yeah? Who is a better defensive midfielder today? Obviously, Rodri's been out for a year, had swayed for a year.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's what I said. This season, you got a case.
No, this season, I'm saying, like, he's the best midfielder in the world right now.
I think the player that I think has an argument this season is Joao Pedro.
Never seen him.
Is it which one? Which one is that thing? Sorry, Joao Pedro is at Brighton. Sorry.
Yeah, I never seen it for Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
he's moving mad. He's moving mad.
Man just cleans up everything.
He's complete, man.
Verratti got replaced disgustingly. Like that's
no, guys. They put Verratti in 2 human beings in Vitinha and Joao Neves.
That's another one.
The load.
So to me, Partey is your best midfielder.
Oh, he was outstanding, and he's been good.
He had Modric in his back pocket like an Asda advert.
But saying that, Ernest, I looked at Madrid's midfield of Modric and Camavinga, and I thought, yeah, we can have some fun today. Because Modric, do you know what Modric did? Do you know what Modric did in the second half? He was the 5th centre back. That's what he was doing. He was never in the midfield.
I think Camavinga really let himself down this game. Just on a personal level, I don't think he's been bad this season and all that stuff, but he was nowhere to be found at the Emirates. Everything was playing around him.
I think that I think Ancelotti let the team down on Wednesday, man. I think that Modric is like playing Eriksen like today. Do you know what I mean? I think Camavinga was the one midfielder that got himself about. Where was JB5?
First of all,
you go.
I just want to say one comment. You can run with it afterwards. If you tuck your shirt in at the Emirates, yeah, and try to do up school, you're not winning. I saw the aesthetic. I said it's not happening. It's not happening.
Remember, he's from Birmingham. Remember, he's back in the UK.
I don't give a damn. He's never played a game at the Emirates. He's never played a game at the Emirates before. He needs to unhook that. He needs to learn.
Do you know what though? I generally thought in the first half alone. I generally thought in the first half alone he was Madrid's best player. I think the second half let him down massively.
The thing is, you know what? At 2-0, the game for me was still even. I thought it was still cagey even, and it could have gone either way. They fell apart though. They fell apart, Real Madrid.
They fell apart. Yeah.
Was definitely an indication of that because Raya to Partey to Lewis Skelly to Marino, gone, game over, finished. I guess the question is, who will I be playing in the semi-final? Who knows?
I have 2 questions really. One, this is your best chance to win the Champions League. Do you think you'll win it? And
why is it our best chance to win the Champions League? What is it? Because we're in it. When people say stuff like this, last season we had this conversation last season. Oh, it's your best time to win it this season. What? Because we're in it, or because there's no teams left?
Don't do this, man.
No, but there's some big hitters still in there, though.
Do what? Exactly.
So what? So we can't say it's their best chance.
But I hear it every year, Ernest, is what I'm saying. Every time we've been in it, I hear it.
Champions League for 7 years. You are in the semi-final of the Champions League after beating Real Madrid, and your best chance. You're asking questions. Let's not do this year.
Yeah, what was your last semi-final?
I don't know, Oscar.
Yeah.
Man United in 09.
Come on, man.
09.
Come
A
on,
decade
man.
and a half.
I said 09, so mind.
Don't lie. That's what I was
Also,
not watching Champions League.
What is the game? What's the game plan for the second leg? Really, the only reason why I asked this is because calling me crazy, all right, and I am crazy sometimes in football. Is it wrong to feel like Madrid don't let Madrid score?
It's wrong.
Is it wrong to feel wrong?
You go out there and you go and score in the first half and send the home fans home.
This is it.
Send them home.
That's what I'm saying. So if don't let Madrid score. That's what I was going to say. That's I agree with you. Yeah.
Because if there's a stadium in football where miracles happen,
it is the Santiago Bernabeu.
Let's be very clear.
Miracles or corruption.
I'm calling it brown bag. Hey. You make guys. You know, if we go out,
I believe in miracles.
We'll talk. If we go out on Wednesday, you know, there's enough cameras there to show you when the bag was passed.
Can I just say,
it's not an envelope, it'll be a bag.
Wednesday night is gonna look like it was booked by Vince McMahon himself. everything is
That's
gonna be
WrestleMania.
Everything. You're not gonna get a throw in. You're not gonna get a sniff.
You know when you lot said there's WWE all week, yeah? There's wrestling all week. Wednesday night is at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Wednesday night is wrestling.
So Wednesday night is wrestling.
Guys, also, I don't care about your schedules, guys. If Real Madrid win, emergency pod live.
I hear that.
We have to go live.
Yeah, no, I have to go live. I agree. You're right, because I have to vent this. I have to get this out of me. I can't keep this in my home. This it's not. It would not be stable, guys. I will not. Let me be careful what I say.
I don't think you understand how bad I need this. I need
Oscar
for free.
I need it. I need it.
I need it more than anything.
Let me tell you something right now. If I don't get to see that I'm playing either PSG or Villa on Wednesday night, no.
Does Arteta have to go?
Listen, the level of corruption it's not even on Arteta. It wouldn't even be on him. The corruption will
because you know what it is though. Do you know what it is? It's because it's Madrid. That's why I'm asking this question.
Do you know what's so funny? The other day I watched the highlights back of the PSG Barcelona game. Yeah, you know when Barcelona done over PSG.
The yes.
Do you know the level of corruption that took place in that game? I don't think you don't understand. The free kicks, the offside calls.
No, but do you know what it is though?
And then the added time. And then
but they're 4-0 up, man. You know what I mean?
Listen.
Now being 4-0 up and then what you lost 6-1.
You know what I mean? I mean just corruption, but you know what I mean?
PSG took the lead at Camp Nou.
Flip's sake.
This is the thing. They got the away goal. Let me tell you something right now, boys and girls. If we go out on Wednesday night,
emergency pod, I will be there.
I ain't sleeping. No,
but we say this because it should have happened.
We will.
But if it happens, we will be there.
We will.
More than you believe.
More than you believe.
No, listen, guys. I don't think you understand. Because I've gone out to Barcelona before on a corruption thing when Van Persie kicks the ball because he can't hear the whistle. I've seen that happen. I've seen us go out to you know what I mean. I've seen it happen before at Anfield where the penalty just out of nowhere, Ryan Babel goes down, penalty given. I've seen it, bro. Yeah,
no, guys, I will be on El Chiringuito TV saying tic tac, brother. Oh.
Yeah, I can't bear it. I'm just
saying.
Do
you know why? Because you're 3-0 up against Real Madrid. You should be cruising. No one should question this. No one should question it.
You know what the thing is, But the thing is, miracles happen at the Bernabeu. The tie is over.
Did you see what Mbappe did on the weekend with that red card by any chance?
I love that. I like that hot-headedness. I like that.
He said he said I will do anything.
See that?
I
want more of that on Wednesday. Give me some of that on Wednesday. Give me some of that on Wednesday.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'll say, you know what I need? I need a Lewis Skelly red card.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I need.
You know that's the ridiculous. Yeah? And if I tell you now, bro, if we go down to 10 men, blood.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm writing a letter. I
need Sol Campbell to be like to do a remix of "Is It a Color Thing?" I need it. No, trust me.
But yeah,
but you man know, yeah, Mikel's gonna go out there, game plan, you know what I'm saying, get it set and get it ready, man. Win the game in the first half and done. Because even they were talking, I don't know who was it that was talking in the presser. It might have been Marino, and they're talking about the game ahead. Obviously, he goes, "Yeah, our thing is to go out there and win and go through to the next stage. Literally, go out there and win in Madrid." Oh, talk, boys.
Talk, and then then you got PSG and Aston Villa.
I prefer Villa.
PSG.
No prayer for Villa.
Yeah. You need to ask me on Unai Emery. You want me to ask now?
I don't think that tactic on last week was sustainable at all. I don't think it was sustainable. Villa were okay in the first half hour. Yeah, but it didn't really do much. And to me, as much as Villa have to come out and attack because they're at home, that's making it even better for PSG because Kavicha, and I believe Barcola will probably play, and Dembele waiting for you to open up.
Yeah, it's long. It's a long day.
Yeah, it will be PSG versus Arsenal, and
Desire Due. Whew, what a player!
I'm looking forward to the semi-final because, as much as I think Arsenal are defensively the better team, I think Kavicha not being there. Did Dembele get knocked? Did Dembele get suspended because he came late or something like that? So he wasn't playing at the Emirates. So for me, as much as like Arsenal should beat PSG over 2 legs. I think it's got something for them, you know.
But you know what? Inter Milan are still the favourites for this tournament, man.
International.
Your next stream might be. Your next stream might be free. I don't think anybody wants Inter Milan.
You don't want.
You don't want Inter.
Inter knocking out Barcelona in the semi.
You think so?
I need it. I'm not gonna lie, I need it.
Barcelona have been having fun in the Champions League, liquid football, playing duds. You watch when Inter went to Bayern Munich and scored and won and got a clean sheet.
They were the better team.
No, they conceded.
And then
they didn't get a clean sheet.
And then they've got to come to San Siro. Bayern Munich have to come to San Siro being 2-1 down. I don't think you understand what an Italian job is. I don't think anyone knows what that is.
No Alphonso Davies, Eric Dyer in the element. Long.
Sensational.
And you have to play Inter Milan in the San Siro.
Never mind.
It's a long day.
See you later, mate. Liverpool pull away. They're 2 games away. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 wins away.
No, they're 1. They can win. They can win this weekend, depending on what Arsenal does.
What, the title?
Yeah, the title.
If you drop points, they can win the league this weekend.
We're getting beat by Ipswich on the weekend, blood.
Yes, sir.
We're getting beat by Ipswich on the weekend, blood. Liverpool, congratulations and collect your team.
But I think
Leicester.
Chelsea do the guard of honor.
Hey.
No, I don't think it's Chelsea.
Do you know what? Yeah.
No, sir. Not me. He ain't doing none of that OT.
It's Tottenham Hotspur.
It'll be Chelsea.
No, because to their point, if Arsenal lose against Ipswich and Liverpool win the next game, the next game after that is Tottenham. They've got Tottenham before they got you
to win the league.
No, so if Liverpool win the league this weekend against Leicester,
it's Tottenham first.
Then Tottenham.
Yeah, but Chelsea will still have to do the guard of honor.
Why?
Because they'll beat Tottenham. Is what he said.
The teams are here.
Every team does a guard of honor.
Yeah.
But we had like 7. Do you remember in 2020? We had like 7, bro.
I genuinely don't remember.
Peter's not been here.
I was sick and tired of it.
The last time the guard of honor was Man United in 2013, mate. I don't remember that at all.
And Van Persie walked through looking gleam.
Yeah, he's not allowed back in.
The man that were born when they're old enough to drive in America. That's crazy.
Dang.
That's the drive in America. I mean drink. That's insane. Yeah, no, I was dreading a guard of honor for Liverpool coming to Stamford Bridge, but now I'll take it. I'll claim it because I need that title done and dusted before we play.
The idea of them winning it against you is not nice. That's not nice.
I need them man to be hung over when they play us.
Yeah, bro. The game, remember the game against Man City? I think they beat us like 5-0.
That's what I need.
One title win away. King Mo's here.
Talk about your victory, mate. Talk about your victory quickly.
Now, you know what? It's pretty painted by numbers, man. Like, it's obviously, I think we started hot, and I think the reason why we started hot is because I don't know about you guys, but for us, certainly as Liverpool fans, it just felt a bit doom and gloomy. You know, it's like it felt like we lost a little bit of steam. Obviously, we lost in the cup final, so there's a hangover from that. And then obviously the contract situation with Trent coming out, and it felt like, hang on a minute, like you almost have to remind yourselves that we're actually going to win the league this year. So I think just the Mo Salah news, and we'll get into that in a bit, but just the Mo Salah news, like it gave us just a lift. Like Anfield was bouncing for the first time in a while. Salah started the game hot, like it's like he wanted to leave or something. There was just an area of expectancy, really, that we were going to score. Defensive mix-up. But then I think what really sort of typified just the sort of the good moment that we're in is the fact that, the big VVD, who's probably going to sign in the next couple of days himself, does what great captains does. We've seen, Company do it. We've seen Terry do it. It doesn't look as good, given the context as having won the league. But your captains, your centre halves, stepping up when it matters most. And we beat West Ham. But as I say, pretty paint by numbers game. If you've missed that game, you haven't missed that awful lot. But for me, the big news is obviously.
Whoa! Did you say paint by numbers game? If you missed it, you haven't missed a lot.
Yeah.
Do you not want to talk about the fact that you robbed 3 points again? You stole 3 points that were not deserving of you.
It don't matter.
What do you mean?
It don't matter.
Did you see the foul before the corner?
Oh.
What's mean?
He's absolutely ransacked from behind by Mac Allister.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool go off and get a corner, and they just don't give a foul. It's an absolute joke. It's a clear foul.
Oscar back in Graham Potter, boy. It's still got him in the fields.
The thing is, I'm watching Match of the Day while we're doing the pod, so I'm seeing it with no volume. I'm thinking, ref. Now, Endo, speak up because Paqueta was robbed. What was that?
Oh, by the way, speaking of Paqueta, yeah, he is a footballer. Oh my goodness! Like the way he was sourcing on yesterday, yeah. My word! Hopefully you don't get bagged, man. I'm just hoping.
I was gonna say. I said ain't he pending some time away.
Bro, him and Tonali, man. We need. Well, but the league needs them, man.
See Tonali, yeah.
Free the ballers.
Yeah, free the ballers, man.
You know what's crazy though about? Do you know what's
shame?
crazy?
First time, shame on you. Second time,
Go take Tyreek Mitchell or something, man.
Have you heard how Paqueta's got clocked on this betting thing?
No.
So a random set of bets. Obviously, you've heard that he's told people, "I'm going to get a yellow card, red tear." Yeah. He's told a bunch of people in an island in Brazil called what? Paqueta.
It can't be Snake Island.
Paqueta,
yeah. So apparently he's got his own island in Brazil, right, or off the coast of Brazil, and then man just hedged funds, not the bets at Bournemouth away, West Ham at Bournemouth. And you're thinking, what is happening here, bro? Yeah, mad. Anyway,
mate, you honestly couldn't make it up. I don't. Have you seen the compilation of the actual fouls?
No,
It's ridiculous. I think there's like a free kick. He literally sprints 20 yards to beat the ball up. Oh my word. Like it is match fixing of the highest order.
There's another free kick one where he puts his hand on the ball. He just touches the ball with his hand. Referee's like, get back. And he books him. It's like, get back.
He's so bad. But yeah, I think it's a serious offense. I think is it like a 10-year ban?
Oh, poor guy, man.
Yeah, I can't lie. It's a huge offense.
It's an L, though, isn't it? It's an L.
It's L to the game as well, man. But,
it's an L to the game. Anything before we wrap up?
Also, I just wanted to touch on. Obviously, the contract situation and how grand and how majestic and how royal it was. Like, bro, like we put out all the stops from Salah, man, and I was so happy for him because it was almost like a thank you for the service that he's done for us. It's this is King Mo. Like, Anfield is your castle, and literally, kid you not, he had a throne in the middle of Anfield, and he just looked.
Did you see his drip,
brother? What the flares?
The baggy joint.
And then the what was it? Was it like Dr. There's like creepers or something? I don't even know. You know them shoes that give him an extra 6 at port. I said, whoa. But yeah, the creepers are looking mad. Yeah, man.
Sick, man. Yeah, well done to Liverpool for securing that.
I think that the release of Trent has pulled that one over the line. So there you go. Liverpool found the money.
In what sense?
Obviously, you got the money from somewhere. So I just think you not paying for Trent anymore has covered that. If that makes sense.
Well, apparently we offered him 335, but hey ho.
Yeah. Hey ho.
Interesting.
Hey-ho.
I still think he might stay.
Don't do it to me. Because you know what? To this day, yeah, I wanted to know, what did that celebration away at West Ham mean? What did that mean?
There you go.
Wait.
It's the same thing that Jude did when he was at Dortmund. So there you go.
Was it?
Yeah. It was the exact same thing before he moved to Madrid.
Oh yeah, I didn't know Robin was a hater like this. I hear it. Fair enough.
If you're asking what celebrations mean, then you're asking for it, man. You're asking for it.
Yeah.
But guys, come on, what's all that about? Like, he knows the noise that's going on. He knows the situation, and he comes out with that.
He just said shush, man. Do yourself a favor, Adrian. Go and watch Enzo Fernandez's last game for Benfica. Man,
these South Americans are the worst. They'll be kissing the badge, bro.
I'm staying here.
Go listen. I'll say this. Go look at Alexis Sanchez's last goal for Arsenal against Crystal Palace away.
And I said, Bruno Fernandes cried about 5 times before he moved to Man United.
Guys, you know the one that actually horrified me? Like, it scared me how shameless a man could be. Bro, Luis Diaz was angling for a move all summer. We then play Man United, I think, first game of September, whatever. Man slides on the floor, looks dead in the camera, slapping the bench. I couldn't believe it. Like, telling me, if you watch it and you know the context of the guy, it's surreal, man. It's surreal.
Right, guys, let's move it along. Other scores elsewhere in the Premier League: Southampton 0, good riddance. Aston Villa 3, lovely stuff. Not Everton, Nottingham Forest.
Big loss there.
Let me tell you something, yeah? Everton, if you lot saw this game, when we talk about jammy, yeah, this was us. So Forest got a taste of their own medicine, basically, because it was all Forest in this game. And Everton had, I think, 2 chances. Sucker punched them. Big up David Moyes and Everton, man. Brighton 2, Leicester City 2. Brighton don't want European football. That's clear.
No, Brighton on the beach. I've concluded that.
No, but there's European football to fight for.
I hear it. Brighton on the beach.
You can't say they're on the beach, bro.
I don't know,
That's an outrageous claim.
They are on the beach.
How are they on the beach still?
No, if they won that game, they'd have been like 2 points behind Chelsea.
Exactly.
Okay, but they didn't, and they're not. So, they're
on the beach term, yeah, it was when Mandem likes Palace, slippers off in March, don't win a game till the end of the season.
Guys, what are Brighton fighting for? Have you seen their form of play?
The form has been higgy. Yeah.
Them guys,
I think
the sun came out for 2 weeks in England. Them man have been on the pier.
They're wet at the bed. They can still get European football now.
I don't know about that one.
The beach.
No, I said mathematically, I'm not sure about their form, but mathematically they could.
I don't mind.
This
Manchester City
game,
5, Crystal Palace 2. Kevin De Bruyne
this game, Glasner, right? It should have been 3-0 up. Semi-automated offside came through, did its thing, fair enough. Designed what it needs to do.
3-0 would have been over. 3-0 would have been game over.
Yeah, why are people cooking Glasner for this?
No, I'm not cooking Glasner. I'm more
like, why did you let it get to 5? That's more my thing.
My thing is, how come City all of a sudden decide to turn up for a game? They haven't turned up like this for all season. They've never been like this.
Do you know why, Pete? Because 5th is now on the line. That's why.
Because 5th is on the line. Manchester City winning 5. Oh, come on. I've got to do this now. Hang on a sec. There we go. Ah, there it is. Lovely and juicy. Wolves 4. Tottenham. No, you can't make it up.
Lads. I wanna kick this off by saying Tottenham Hotspur Football Club have lost 17 games in the Premier League.
You heard it. I can show you it. He's not lying, guys. He's not lying.
You can be persecuted for that. They've lost the same amount as Wolves.
Oscar, they've lost. Look where they are in the league.
How do you lose 17 games of football?
Oh, Oscar, wait, Man United.
we see your 17.
Guys, 17 is crazy.
And Oscar, you know what's mad? Their goal difference in the bottom 5 or whatever it is +10.
It's +11.
It's +11.
Yeah.
Guys, they have the 3rd highest goals in the league.
That's insane.
You man think this is a joke.
But that manager. Wow. They are crap.
Look at them.
They scored more goals than Nottingham Forest. That's insane. Nottingham Forest are playing Champions League football next year.
How are you 50? Oh, we don't know that yet. But how are you 50 with more goals than 3rd? That's crazy.
Nah, guys, Tottenham are wash blood. And you don't try to serve that up to me about Ange Poster. No clue.
Ange Bull.
Ange Bull.
I think he's the
Ange Poster, you know the rest, blood.
Pensioner from home and away. Get the hell out.
Sorry, guys.
There's one thing you don't need to
taking
stop doing there. Stop bringing managers that are not from this league into this league because they're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Brexit FC, bro. What? Tottenham and Man United, teams like Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea, yeah? Go look at Thomas Frank, yeah? What he's done at Brentford. Have a word, man. Have a word. Coming in with your Marescas and Amorins and Hogs and Postacoglu's, blood. Go have a word.
You know what, Pete, yeah? I genuinely believe that one of the biggest reasons that Man United fans will say no to Thomas Frank is because he looks like he goes to like Jack Wolfskin to buy gums. Do you know what I mean? He looks like
and he probably does.
He looks like he goes and reads books about like nature.
He does.
And he looks like he's like bare stoic. He's about man and his
guys. Brentford are a static Premier League club, bro. You have to understand who Brentford are.
Bro, I read a stat that they have 2 players who scored 15 goals or 14 in the Premier League. That is crazy.
When I used to hear of the name Brentford Football Club, yeah, that's like how I think of a League 2 non-league side now. Their old stadium was called Griffin Park. You don't know what that is, right? Because they play in the community stadium when they join the Premier League.
The bus 209. That is
they're playing their Hounslow, guys.
When I was a kid and I realized
the G-Tech Community Stadium. There we go.
When I realized I wasn't good enough to make it as a professional footballer, I still thought I could play for Brentford.
You did.
They were just a local team. I was like,
Oscar, when Szczesny was 14, we shipped him to Brentford. He was playing for Brentford at 14 years of age.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the laws, man?
Anyways, can I just say something about
Just saying.
Scott McTominay? Because
What now?
the Italians are getting
we're over.
The Italians are getting to him because he's growing a mullet. I can see Scott McTominay is growing,
guys.
He's growing a mullet. Yeah,
big up Scotty T, man. He deserves all of that.
The Italians have got to him because hey, is a Scotsman growing a mullet? But
we digress.
To be far away from the mess that is Manchester.
Yeah, man.
Ain't with the league though.
What's your goal of the week? What's your goal of the week?
Oh,
Declan Rice.
Sancho.
Declan Rice. I'm so sorry. I'm including the Champions League.
We're not the Champions League, guys.
First of all, I'm giving a massive honourable mention to the point where it might be the goal of the week. Lautaro Martinez's goal at Allianz. End of discussion.
Crazy.
End of discussion. The
I'm
football.
Not gonna lie. What Kavita did was nasty.
That was
Oscar's guy. So Oscar's right.
Yeah.
Hey, relax on Oscar's guy. Relax. Chill on Oscar's guy. Chill on that.
That's your guy, blood. We talking about your boy. I saw you in Subway having a meatball Mariana with him, mate. That is your guy.
Hey yo.
Get there.
Hey yo.
They were asking Peter, like, "Hey, I swear Jesus is your boy. I swear."
Oscar's just denying, man. Like,
that's not. It's never been my guy. I'm sorry.
I've seen you in the Subway, blood. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I'm going Lautaro Martinez. No rules. Go for it.
I'm going Jadon Sancho. All the rules.
Oh, Tonales was sick. Oh my god.
Tonales was amazing, but I'm so sorry. That second free kick made me jump, and I hate Arsenal. So
Declan Rice's second free kick was the best goal of the week, which is funny to me because Robin, didn't you just make a case that the first free kick was better during the pod?
No, I said technique wise. You need to say the words. I said technique. I said
Mad today, you know. Robin's moving crazy today.
I'm still going Sancho. That's the best goal. That's the best goal ever scored.
Robin gets like this every April. Go back and look at the receipts.
Oh my god!
Robin hits a phase in April where A, he wants the season to end, and B, it's WrestleMania week. And C, it's like there's that one grain of hope where there's an FA Cup final on the line, there's a Europa League final there, there's something. Robin can't deal with this. He can't take it all together.
It's excitement and despair.
Exactly.
This is just another season of Man United for me.
Fair enough. So
again, with all due respect, Sancho has to be goal of the week.
Fair dues. It was a good
finish. It was a good goal.
That was a great goal. It should have been a winner. That kind of goal shouldn't be a boring goal.
Agreed. Okay, Jadon Sancho is the goal of the week. Who's the player of the week?
I'm gonna go with the man who scored twice against Manchester United, Harvey Barnes.
Oh,
good shout. Very good shout.
Superb.
Player of the week.
Kevin De Bruyne.
I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah.
I'm gonna go Kevin De Bruyne.
I watched the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, and Kevin of Brown was moving crazy.
Kevin of Brown.
He was moving.
Kevin of Brown.
What that means? Is that what it means in Belgian?
Kevin De Bruyne.
I'm going to find out because I need to.
No,
why don't you know?
No, guys,
because it's Dutch, not French.
Guys, the funnier one than that. Nuno Espiritu Santo is the funniest name in the Premier League.
I can't say his name fully. I'm not comfortable saying the full name.
Nuno Spirit of God.
I can't say his name fully.
Nuno Ruach HaKodesh.
I'm not. I am not comfortable.
That's
with
funny.
Calling a man the Holy Spirit. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable.
So
what?
You're close, Ernest. It's not of. It's the Brown. Kevin De Brown.
Oh, because it's not French. It's not French.
Kevin De Brown.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? It's
Kevin the Brown. That's what it is.
Kevin of Brown sounds better. I'm going with that anyway. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne for me. Ernest, you're going with him as well.
Yeah, I'm going Kevin De Bruyne.
Uncle Kev. That's who he is.
Uncle Kev. Yeah. Farewell tour. Oscar.
I already voted for Harvey.
Yeah, you did Harvey Barnes. Kevin De Bruyne is the player of the week. Team of the week?
Easy one. Newcastle United.
Newcastle United. Yeah.
Newcastle United.
Although,
Wolves.
I was gonna say Wolves has an honourable mensch
Why Wolves, guys? Why Wolves?
because they beat Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh, what? Did Tottenham not lose often? What was that?
Check this, yeah. Tottenham are what? Where are Tottenham in the league? What are they? 2 points above 17th, yeah? They are got 17 defeats. They're from N17 and 17 years since they last won their trophy. Their man are in the mud. You understand?
Guys, it's got to be Newcastle.
I think Everton's a good shout.
Pneumonia.
I think Everton's a good shout.
That wasn't a joke. I'm being serious.
I think Eddie Howe has pneumonia. Come on.
No, Pete, Dave announced it today. Eddie Howe has pneumonia.
But do you know, like do you know what Newcastle did? That's not that guy though. They wheeled out a tifo of Kevin Keegan. Your man's in hospital, and you've got your ex-manager in the Gallagher end. No, come on. These guys
Why
are
did they
having
do that? What did Keegan win?
Keegan done niche.
Wait, but I guess it was a picture of him as a player, not as a manager.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
So yeah.
Everton for me. I'm with Endo. Everton for me. Winning at the City Ground. Love that. First win to
get out of there, guys.
First win at the City Ground since November.
Yes, Everton. Yeah, Everton are team of the week. Yeah.
Well, you lot. So wait.
What's 2-2?
Forest like they're them guys.
Now you got
team of the week.
Forest have been chefing guys this season, yeah, and then they got cooked.
Bro, I'm not a hater. I like Forest a lot. I'm just surprised at where they are. Like, yeah.
That is your. So yeah, I said Everton.
No, we've got it's Everton team of the week, but we've got
Everton's team of the week. Not that guy,
guys. I've got a few. Yeah, so I'm not going to do the whole spiel. Yeah, but Asensio, how can you miss 2 penalties in one game? Get out of here! Get out of here!
What game was that?
Who did Villa face? Southampton.
They missed 2 penalties. I didn't even see that.
2 penalties.
Do you know what? I watched the highlights of the game. They didn't show the penalties.
Well, one of them was the third goal because he misses and then McGinn scores the rebound. So one of them was the third goal, but he missed the penalty before that. Disgusting.
Oh.
Disgusting. How you missing 2 penalties? That's disgusting. Second of all, not that guy. I don't even know his name, but whoever refereed Brighton versus Leicester. Yeah.
Oh.
Guys, Connor Cody gives away the most blatant handball you've ever seen in your life. Like a 5-year-old kid could have refereed this game and gone handball. The referee bottles it. Bottles it. Doesn't give it. Waits for VAR to make the decision for him. You're a waste man.
Oscar,
you're staring right at it. Why can't you make a decision?
Oscar, finish it. Because he did another one. He did another one where it was. I think it was a penalty or it was like a corner or something like that. It was a horrendous challenge, and he just played on because he knew VAR was coming to his rescue, and VAR pulled him up. I said, whoever this referee is, he looked old. I was like, I've never seen you play. I've never seen you referee a game. You're already old. You're a howler. You're a stinker. He was hiding.
You know you're writing on Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
You don't even care about the spelling because you know the red line's going to come and correct you. So you're just typing nonsense. That's what he was doing.
Honestly,
can't correct. Referee the game.
It's absolute farce, mate.
Make a decision. I couldn't believe that handball. I'm screaming at the TV like, "This is a handball. What are you doing?" All of a sudden.
Nah, man, it's an absolute. It's an absolute farce. Absolute farce. I've got one.
Go on.
Your mates, yeah? Your mates at Birmingham City.
I knew it was not going to be my mate. When Peter said your mates, I was like, I know this has nothing to do with me.
They lost the EFL. They lost the EFL trophy on the weekend, the Johnston Paints Trophy, whatever the trophy is called now.
Yes.
Yeah? Did you see what happened, Oscar, when they went to go collect their runners-up medal?
What happened? I didn't see.
The Birmingham City side went upstairs to go get their medals, their runners-up medals. Tom Brady and his partner at Birmingham City started giving them a pep talk, like a legit dressing room talk.
Are they American?
On the podium, yeah. Another American don.
Yeah, I gotta hear it. I have to hear it. What was he saying?
I don't think you can hear it, but like you just see them on the thing, like they're they're by the Royal Box. Standing there, we're thinking, hang on a minute. Peterborough saying, get the hell out of here. Get off the podium. We're here to go collect the trophy. You're there standing there giving pep talk. You know, like you know, as if it was like, you know, we could you know, believe we're going up. You've done tremendously well, guys. They're giving it all that nonsense on the podium, Oscar. You know, Wembley, you have to go up the stairs. You buy Prince Charles, King Charles. You're by, you know, William and them man there.
Americans have no respect for the sanctity of anything.
No, they don't. Speaking of William,
Oscar, they were having a full-on meeting.
It's legit all about them, you know.
A full-on meeting at the box, blood. I said, these men are crooks. They're crooks, man.
Speaking of William, did you see William talk ball at PSG's ground?
No, I didn't see that.
No, he was on BT Sport.
He
was talking bare sense. I was like, bro, he knows Paul. Prince William.
Oh, yeah, Prince William. Yeah. He was doing his thing still. I saw that.
Fair enough. He's a big Villa fan, isn't he?
In his little speech, yeah, he sounded clean, but he said press like 14 times. he was like, we like to press and we have to evade the press, and then we run around the press and then we have to beat the press. I was like, you're just using buzzwords right now.
You just
Hey, listen, he follows the Villa overseas as well. Fair enough.
Yeah, I rate that. When I saw him in Paris, I said, yeah, I like that.
Guys, that wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. You lot have been sensational as always. Remember to share, like, and subscribe to the channel and follow us on all social media at Top 4 Podcast. We will be back next week when we find out who Arsenal are playing in the semi-final of the Champions League.
But
unless our madness happens.
Wednesday night, when Hendrick puts the final nail in the coffin and Arsenal gets slapped 4-3 and bounced out the Champions League.
I swear down, if we lose 4-0 clean, yeah? No,
but Robin, why do I actually believe that it could happen?
Because miracles happen.
I said, am I crazy to say if Madrid get one goal, this game's on?
Why is there a sixth side of me that shows this guy is still alive?
Of course, it's not crazy. Miracles happen at that stadium. If there's one stadium in football, it happens.
Guys, do you remember the first 2 minutes of the Emirates game when there was a counter-attack because Saka gave the ball away? And I thought, oh, bro, have Madrid started already? And they didn't score. So, yeah, like, listen, to me, Madrid are out, but I'd love to be wrong.
Pete, what's Killio on? What's he on?
On stuff, bruv. That Polish stuff, yeah? He's on that Polish stuff, mate. He learned his trade in Spezia in Italy, in Serie A, yeah? He's on that stuff. Don't you worry about Jakob, yeah? Leave him out.
Baraka said the first 15 minutes are crucial. I think the other 75 are crucial too.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. We'll discuss it all, mate. We'll discuss it all. Hopefully it'll be on Monday first and not Wednesday. Until next week, we are out. Peace.